This article asks the question, why did Brexit vote go the way it did? Was there a purpose that God had? Well, not every event in history has to be so examined, but I think the Brexit vote is worth examining because it falls into a pattern that we see over the last 2,000 years. In fact, longer than that, 2,500 years. You see, Nebuchadnezzar had a dream of this golden statue, and this statue had a golden head, which was his own empire. It had a silver top, which was the Medo-Persians, a bronze middle, which was the Greeks, and then an iron legs, which was the Roman Empire. But the key point of the prophecy was actually the toes. And the toes were partly iron and partly clay. They were partly strong, they were partly brittle, they were partly united, they were partly disunited, they were partly strong and partly weak. And this is a brilliant description of European Christendom that came out of the Roman Empire. It was composed of roughly 10 nations, and these nations could never conquer each other. And therefore they felt they should be united, like the Roman Empire, and you even had the famous Holy Roman Empire, and you had the Papal Empire. Other examples of trying to unite Europe was Louis XIV, Napoleon with his wars, and then Hitler. But they could never do it. God wouldn't allow it because ultimately that would have broken the prophecy, because the second coming takes place in the context of European Christendom. Now, why would God want to have these nation states existing in this sort of disharmony and sense of being united but disunited? Because nation states are much the best way to promote ideas and give people freedom of expression. Empires can often be quite brutal in the way they crush opponents. The gospel was spread by the Europeans throughout the whole world during the 17th, 18th, and 19th century. Now, this wasn't done as a policy. In many ways, the policy was for trade and for conquest. But nonetheless, the gospel went to every part of the world. And now we see tremendous churches in Asia, Africa, and South America. And sadly, Europe is in a very poor state in terms of Christian faith. And so God does not want the European Union to try and create this superstate that he has assiduously avoided Europe having for the last 1,500 years. So that's another possible reason for the Brexit vote. Well, thank you for listening.